What's up, everyone? This is Tokyo Brandon. Are we live? Are we okay? Okay. This is Tokyo Brandon. I'll be with you for the next hour. And today I'm going to take you through a bunch of games in Major League Baseball, maybe a little KBO. Also, going to open up my spreadsheets to you and show you a little bit about what I'm doing, how I do my capping. And I do have a 5% play out today in Major League Baseball. And I also have a special 7 days for $69 using code TB69, TB7. So grab that if you can. Can you guys hear me? Is everything all right with the audio and everything? I do not have a producer, doing everything on my own. So I am the star of the show. I'm the DJ. I'm the producer. I am everything. Appreciate you guys listening in on this Saturday. And like I said, we're going to go over a lot of games in MLB, a few props that I've already put out, but I'll show you how I do them. And let's get started. So, Ohio, Alan. Yeah, thanks, Ohio. That's how you say it. Good morning in Japanese. Ohio gozaimasu, everybody. To me, it's very, very early. It's 1 a.m. here in Japan. But I'll take you through the evening, nights, and the morning for you. Hopefully give you some winning bets. I went 3-0 yesterday in Asian baseball, so that was nice. And I do have a 5% play out in Major League today. So why don't we get started? And when I share my screen, got to let you know there'll be some awkward pauses because I don't have a producer, and also there will be when I share my screen, I won't be able to see the comments because I don't have a producer putting them up for me. Apologize for that. Also, I'm very aware that I have a habit of saying when I talk, so I will try to limit the uhs today. Vegas here, props please. I don't know what that means, but I will go over some props. Play my big bets in cash. Thank you. Yeah, I did have two 4% and 3% plays yesterday, and all of them cashed pretty well. Also, I like to do some personal stuff, answer some personal questions and stuff. I'm going to share a little bit of my baseball card collection with you guys. I'll keep it limited because I know most of you are here to do the capping, but I have a huge Ohtani rookie card collection. The thing about Ohtani is he has 2 rookie cards. He has one in Japan in 2013, and he has one in America, which is 2018. So let me show you an example of his Japanese rookie card. This is one of them. So Japan also has different card companies, just like America. America has Topps and Fleer and all that stuff. Japan has mainly Calbee, BBM, which stands for Baseball Magazine. Those are the main ones. And so this one is BBM. This is Ohtani's BBM rookie card from Japan in 2013. And it's not graded yet. I bought it for about 7,000 yen, which is about $50 US. Here's another one of Ohtani's rookie cards. Here's another one of his Japanese rookie cards. This is one that he shared with someone, so a little bit less valuable. But this is 2013. 3 of those, actually. Here. These are my ungraded ones so far. And then these are a couple of other examples of Ohtani rookie cards, Japanese ones, right? These are all ungraded. I'm taking a trip to the U.S. in September, and I will be submitting these to get graded. I also have Ichiro's rookie card. That's Ichiro's rookie card, Japanese one. Kind of cool. That's also BBM. This is ranked 9. I think it's worth about $600. And I'll show you a little more later, but let's get into the capping first. Let's just jump into Major League Baseball. There's a play that someone, Ichiro's card is worth about $600. If it was graded a 10, it would be worth over $1,000, but it's a 9. So, I will go over I'll show you a couple more cards later on. This is Ohtani's American Bowman rookie card. These are the ones I have that are ungraded, and I have about 20 of them that are graded. You can see them here. My graded ones are here, stacked up like that. So, enough about cards. Let's get into some capping, guys. I will take some personal questions if you guys have any. And my necklace just came undone, so I'm going to fix that. And then we are going to get to sharing the screen and doing some capping. Let's do it. Some of you are asking about the Dodgers. So let's take a look at, let's see, asking about the Cubs. What did you say? I like a lot, Ohtani, like you. I got like a lot of Ohtani like you. Oh, okay. So you have Ohtani cards too. Okay. Yeah. Those are my graded ones, man. I have a ton of Japanese Ohtani rookie cards, which I'll show you. I also have a game worn jersey card by him, but it's Japanese. So I'll show you that in just a little bit. But let's see. Do I ever do series bets? Not really. I don't. Not because there's no value on them, but because I just don't generally. There's so much other stuff to bet, and I'm always getting warned because I put out too many plays. So WagerTalk tells me don't put out so many plays. So I'm not looking for more things to bet. I'm actually looking for less things to bet. So yeah, one of you asked about the Dodgers game. So let me share my screen and I'll show you exactly how I cap a game. So share screen. So first of all, I look on ESPN and find out who's playing and who's starting. And my database, I have all my stats updated. So we've got Snell going against Rasmussen. So the first thing I do is go to my team comparisons here, and I will put in Dodgers and Rays. So Rasmussen versus Snell. Now Snell has not pitched enough innings the last 30 days, so he doesn't show up. So that's why this value here looks like it does. In this green box, I put down just some notes. I want to look at Strider's walk props, and I want to look at Senga's walk props. So we'll do that together in just a little bit. First of all, though, Snell doesn't show up on my radar here because he has not enough innings pitched. So out of 30, I have the Dodgers batting very average at 15, but their bats are heating up a little bit. So that number might be a little misleading. I'm just checking to make sure the screen's there. Rasmussen, I've got him ranked 9 on a curve of 30, so he's ranked pretty high. And the bullpen, Tampa Bay has the advantage. And this number right here is what percent does he walk compared to what percent he strikes out. So Rasmussen has a very low walk rate. Usually this rate is between 30 and 40. So his is low. So he's a good pitcher. The next thing I'm going to look at is how these pitchers do against the other batters. So we got Snell here. See how he does against the Rays in his career. We got 29 at-bats against. He's got a 1 and a 368 OPS. So how do you read that? OPS is generally 750 is the Mendoza line as far as I'm concerned. I used to be a Major League Baseball capper, and I've used that as kind of the standard for my over-under OPS. So he has owned these batters, but it's only 29 at-bat sample size. So Blake Snell does really well against the Rays in his career. Next, let's look at Rasmussen. Excuse me, against the Dodgers in his career. A little bit more of a sample size here. He's got a 206 average against and a 672 OPS. Really good numbers. And let's look at his game log in his last few games. He's given up 2-2-0-1-1. So Rasmussen, no doubt, doing very well. So let me take off this screen and put me back. So hang on. Sorry, I'm going to put you guys back. So I think we could put Snell's value here pretty high. And it looks to me like the pitchers are getting the best of the batters here. So if anything, I would look at an under in this one. And I happen to have DraftKings numbers. Let's take a look at the game lines. And like the over under is 8. It's a little low. I don't think I want to take an under 8, especially with the Dodgers playing. Maybe a Tampa Bay team total under. Let's take a look at what that is. 3.5. Let's see what the alt is. 4.5. Tampa Bay under 4.5 at -170. Little juicy, but if anything, that's probably the way I would lean on that one. So, hope that answered your question. And I'm going to unshare my screen and come back. See if we got any comments. How you guys doing? That's just how I cap a game. My senses go one way or the other, and I just look for a value bet to place on it. Can I look at the Miami game? Yeah, I think I can. Tampa. Well, given the fact that I had both pitchers lights out against the other team's batters, I think Tampa plus 1.5 would be a good bet. Maybe, especially because they have the better bullpen. Over under parlay. Not sure if I'll get one of those out today. We'll see. Snell will be fine. Yeah, I think he'll be fine, which is why Tampa Bay under 4.5 would be the way I would kind of lean on that. Rockies versus Pirates. Yeah, I'll get to that. Hang on. Let's see what you guys are saying. Trade me a Pete Alonso rookie card for my Ichiro. No, I'm not getting rid of my Ichiro rookie card, dude. I'll show you more of my Japanese cards later, but yeah, I have quite a few. So let's take a look at. A lot of you guys are asking about Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh game here. So let me show you what my numbers show. You guys are asking me a bunch of stuff. First, let's take a look at the Pittsburgh game with Skeens. So we got Skeens going against Gomber. Now, I was on last call a few minutes ago, and people were saying, what about Skeens in the altitude? Well, you have to remember, Gomber's pitching in the altitude too. And Gomber has been horrible in the altitude. As a matter of fact, I have Gomber. If you'll see it come up in just a minute. I have Gomber ranked 29.6 out of 30 pitchers on a curve. That's bad. I have the Colorado bullpen ranked 29.5 on a curve of 30, and I have their hitting ranked 22.8. They got rid of McMahon, one of their best hitters. They do have Moniak. It's pretty much Moniak is their star hitter now, so they don't have a lot in Colorado. And if you take a look, I got Skeens ranked number 2 out of 30, and the bullpen for Pittsburgh lights out so recently. And the batting for Pittsburgh is a little bit better than Colorado's. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher ranks. So I do rank the pitchers here. And you can see here, I got Skeens ranked number 1 out of all pitchers. It's pretty good. So I have these come up. This is why you see like copy paste values and data sort and stuff. I'm just telling myself how to do it, because these numbers come up automatically. I have them imported automatically. Then I format them here, and then I paste them here for my newsletter. When I have my free downloadable stats, I use this. So top 20, I got Skeens number 1. So you've got the number 1 pitcher in all of MLB going against the worst lineup and the worst bullpen. What do you think? Altitude or not? I don't think it matters much. You're going to say, oh, in the altitude, he's going to get hammered. No, he's such a good pitcher. I don't think Skeens is going to get hammered today. I just don't think so. Let me take a drink. By the way, I have a friend who lives in Hagerstown, Maryland, and went to a Hagerstown Suns game 20 years ago, though, but I still use the cup. because I can't find big cups in Japan. By the way, guys, I have a 5% play out today in Major League Baseball. You can grab that you see the link down there. And you can grab my 5% play. I have a 4% play out as well. But what you can do is get a 1-day pass or a 7-day pass using TB7, the code. Talk a little bit. Agree with Tokyo schemes is fine. Let me show you a couple more cards that I have, and then I'll get to some more capping. But, this is my show. If you watch Total Bases, when the two guys disagree with me, they don't give me time to defend my position. I told them that Flaherty was going to outpitch Sanchez, and they didn't believe me, and they cut me off, and I didn't get to defend my position. But you saw I was right. Flaherty completely outpitched, and I was right. I like being right. Anyways, let's see, Rush, you're asking me a lot of questions. I stay in Japan. No, I live in Japan. I've lived in Japan since 1992, buddy. It's been a while. Yes, I will get to the Red Sox. I don't have any Judge rookies, no, but let me show you. So this is my Ichiro rookie, graded a 9, PSA 9. That's pretty cool. That's BBM, Baseball Magazine. So let me show you a bunch of Ohtani rookies here. This is one Ohtani rookie. Can you see that? And this is that last one that I showed you where he shares it with that another guy. Usually those are a little bit less valuable than like Tom Brady. I have a bunch of Tom Brady rookies as well. The one where he shares with that guy is less valuable than the others. So this is a BBM Ohtani rookie that I have graded a PSA 8. Probably get about $200 for that. Now this is where we get the expensive ones. This is a Ohtani rookie, but this was an insert, and it was this is BBM, but it was a rookie edition, so it's kind of a rare one, and it's also an insert. You can see it's gold etched down there. That's rated a 9. So this is another insert card, BBM rookie edition, but this is a premium. So these are all 2013. So these are all really expensive. This is another rookie, 2013 rookie, but this is an inserted red. So this one's worth a lot too. Now this is Ohtani's normal rookie card in Japan, but even in Japan, they gave him a hitter card and a pitcher card. So this is his pitcher card, but this is the normal rookie card. But this is the one kind of everyone wants though, because it's the normal one. So what's mine ranked? I got a 9 on that from PSA, and then this is his hitting one. So it's the same series, the same number, but one is a hitter and one is a pitcher. Now this is my favorite Ohtani card. This is from 2017, but this is a game worn jersey from 2017. So those are my Japanese Ohtani and Ichiro rookie cards. So kind of like those. I do also have the 2018 American ones, but I showed you some of those. So let's see. Thank you for the super chat. Is the Orioles game worth betting today? Let me see. We'll look at the Orioles right now. Nick Kurtz, Vegas 80 Aviators for any Japanese card. You guys are funny, trying to deal with me on my cards. It's funny. Someone wants Braves Reds. We'll get to the Braves and Reds. So let's do both of those right now. Let's do the Orioles, and then we'll do the Braves. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, so I won't be able to read your comments when I'm sharing the screen. Let me down big this week, been decent in baseball, but the league's capped WNBA. Do they have Fireball in Japan? Yes, they do. David, they do. I'm pretty sure they import it, But yeah, I get my Fireball in Japan. Yeah. I've been told not to drink it on my shows, so I can't drink it anymore. What I'm gonna do though is I think I'm gonna get a Fireball shot glass and just drink it that way. But anyways, yes, let's get on to the games. That Philly game feels funny. We'll probably get to that in just a minute. But let's do the Orioles and then we'll do the Braves. Okay. So share the screen one more time. And here we go. We're going to do Orioles. Orioles. Where are they? Oh, they're at the top. We got Sugano and the Cubs. Okay, let's do it. So this is where I start. Again, I've already put all my numbers in. This is the same spreadsheet I used when I was a baseball scout for one of the major league teams, which I'm not allowed to say. You know, when you're a scout for an MLB team, they tell you that you're a contract employee and you cannot represent the company. So you can't tell people that you're a scout for that team. Unless you're like the head of Asian scouting or you're the head of the scouting department. If you're just one of the minions, one of the soldiers, you can't represent yourself through the team. So that's why I don't tell people which team I scouted for. But if you look at my profile on WagerTalk.com, you'll probably figure out which team it is. Anyways, I worked for them for 10 years. Doing their Japanese stuff. So I would go take video of the players in Japan and send it to them. And I made a big collection of highlights and stuff and sent it to them and scouted players for them. So we've got the Cubs and the Orioles. We got Sugano going for the Orioles and we got Matthew Boyd going for the Cubs. So this is how the numbers shake out right off the bat. Look, I only have a 3.6 difference between them. Mainly because the Orioles are just hitting the crap out of the ball right now. Orioles are amazing right now, but the Cubs also are hitting rather well. Neither bullpen is performing extremely well. We got the Cubs at 18 out of 30, and we got the Orioles at 22 out of 30. Then starting pitcher, we got Sugano ranked 23 on a curve of 30, where we got Matthew Boyd ranked 7 on a curve of 30. So just looking at this, I would lean Cubs team total because we've got the number 10 lineup in MLB going against a very poor pitcher and a very poor lineup. So let's take a look at how they do against each other. So we got Sugano against the Cubs. Let's see what we got here. No sample size. So we don't have a sample size here. And then we got Matthew Boyd going against the Orioles. So let's see what we got here. No sample size. So we have basically no measure to calculate how they're going to do against each other. Normally in that situation, I would lay off the game, but let's see what the team total is for Chicago, because that would kind of be the way I would lean here, just looking at the numbers overall. Team total, here we go. 4.5. 4.5 is pretty high. 4.5 is pretty high. I would try to alt that down, but if you alt it down, minus 170 at 3.5. That's steep. I would not do that. Look, we got the Orioles at only 2.5. That seems odd because look, I have the Orioles ranked number 2 in all of Major League Baseball. Cubs bullpen is not exactly great. And Boyd doesn't really have a sample size against the Orioles. I guess the next thing I would do is take a look at how Boyd has done in his last couple of starts. First of all, his splits at home. Oh, he's got a 1.95 ERA at home. And then in his last starts, he got blown up by Milwaukee, but so is everyone else. Before that, he went 0-0-0-0. So no, I will not bet an Orioles team total over. Okay, so I would pass on that game. And one other person wanted the Atlanta game. So let's go over the Atlanta game right here. Are you guys enjoying this, by the way? I hope you're not bored. Just showing you how I cap my games. Hope this is interesting for you. What do you think? Is this interesting for you guys? What are you saying, please, Brandon, for? Please, Brandon, what are you asking me? Padres first 5 under. Let's take a look. Hang on. I told you My game of the Scratchmaster here. What's your game of the day? What's your favorite play? Please, please, please. You're funny. Should we blindly bet the D-backs team total under? We'll get to that one. Good evening, TV. Currently, it's 1:26 a.m. in Japan. I'm your late night Johnny Fever DJ. Did anyone watch WKRP in Cincinnati? That was a pretty good show. Just picked up a bottle of Choya, Japanese plum wine. Umesh, yeah, I love Japanese plum wine. Really good stuff. Choya is the best maker as well. Love it. Had a shot of Fireball yesterday playing golf. Fireball is the best. What's your promo? Seven days for $69. Yes. Use code TB7. Go to my page at WagerTalk, put a 7-day pass in your cart, and when you check out, if you put in TB7, you'll get that 7 days for $69. I have a 5% max MLB play today that's $35, so you get value if you go get that 1 week pass right now. Who was asking for the Atlanta game? That's what I'm looking for. All right, never mind. I'll do the Atlanta game. I can't find your comment right now. Okay, so you think about the under in the UBS game. I don't know what a UBS game is. Oh, sorry. Oh, Cubs game. The under in the Cubs game. 6 factor. I don't understand what 6 factor means. Carlos, I don't understand some of the stuff you're saying. Oh, the wind factor? Is that what 6 means? Anyways, I don't pay attention to the wind. I think it's overrated. I don't buy that. You know, you hit a ball, you either get a base hit or not. The wind means nothing. So I think that wind thing is really overblown. I don't pay attention to wind. I don't pay attention to umpires. The only thing I pay attention to is who hits the ball better and who throws the ball better. This is slower than what the WagerTalk group is. I don't understand what you mean. What's slower than the WagerTalk? What do you mean? This is slower than the WagerTalk. I don't get it. I'm doing my best, guys. I don't have a producer here, so I got to be the star. I got to be everything. This is slow. Yeah, been betting Japanese baseball. Yeah, I just won 2 of them last night. But that's what I go through every game. Don't know what you mean. Oh, this is slower than... I don't know what you mean by slower. Maybe I'm going slow. I don't know. Off topic. I don't know if you remember from last weekend. I added last time if you liked Mexican food. Yes, any Mexican dish is specific. Actually, when I get my Mexican food in Arizona, I always get a cheese crisp. I don't know why, but the cheese just tastes so much better in America than it does here. I get a cheese crisp and just devour it. Making me hungry here at 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. Umps handicapping is fascinating. Not to me. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I pay attention to who throws better and who hits better. That's all I care about. So let's thank you. Appreciate it. So I'm going to share the screen here. I won't be able to read your comments for a minute. Let's talk about the Braves game, like I said. Who are the Braves going against? The Braves and the Reds. We got Burns and Strider. So first thing I do is put it in here. And Burns. Chase Burns. Who names their kid Chase? Weird name. And Spencer Strider. We got Spencer versus Chase. It sounds like a law firm versus a bank. So just overall, I have these 2 teams pretty much deadlocked. One thing that I'm noticing is the Atlanta Braves are losing a lot of steam lately because they basically are out of the playoffs. So their guys are kind of playing for contracts now instead of playing to win. So they've lost a little bit of motivation. Spencer Strider is not the ace, lockdown ace guy that he was 2 years ago. So Chase Burns ranked a little bit higher than I thought he would be, But that Cincinnati bullpen, terrible, got them ranked 24. Atlanta's bullpen is even more terrible, got them ranked 29. And then hitting is really high. So just right off the bat, I would think an over here. Let's take a look at DraftKings. Actually, let's take a look at how they do against each other. Chase Burns, we're not going to have much of a sample size because I think this is his season. See how Strider has done against the Reds. Only 14 at bats, but he dominated them in 14 at bats. It's only one game, though. Chase Burns, 0-3 with a 6+ ERA, but my numbers really like him because my numbers have a lot of expected value in them. So I got Chase Burns ranked 14 out of 30 on a curve of 30. But he's 0-3 with a 6+ ERA. What does that mean? It means a lot of the expected numbers are in his favor, which means he's been unlucky. That luck should be turning around very soon. He's also a big strikeout master. I'll show you this tab right here, K numbers. This shows me my strikeouts. And actually, I have Spencer Strider in there already. Let's change this to Burns, though. Chase Burns against Atlanta. And I'll show you my projections. So this box over here, this black box over here, shows you I project him at 6.6 strikeouts, Chase Burns. And I project him at 14.5 outs. Take a look at Strider because someone in the last call show that I was on about an hour ago told me that Strider's walks prop looks really good. So I took a look at it. So I got Spencer Strider striking out 10/9. Cincinnati is a big strikeout team. I got Spencer Strider projected at 6.1 strikeouts and 16.6. What's fascinating is after you guys mentioned that to me in the last call show, I went ahead and did Spencer Strider's walks prop here, and walking 2.3 guys a game, but Cincinnati is walking 4.5 times a game. That's a lot. That's got to be like close to the league lead in walks. So I did a little projection and I put Strider's numbers in here and I project him at 4 walks today. So when you go to DraftKings, you can see, here's how you find it. Go to MLB, go to pitcher props, and then over here you'll have walks over under and walks allowed. Walks over under, I just checked Strider's not there, but he is under here. So if you scroll down, Spencer Strider, where is he? He was here just a minute ago. Did I pass it? Strider. Yeah, he's here. I passed it. Okay, there we go. Spencer Strider. Right there, 2+, which basically is over 1.5. That looks good to me. All we need is 2 walks from him. And I'm projecting it over 4 in my numbers, but also in my walks here, I'm projecting 3.4. So I think Spencer Strider over 1.5 walks is a really good play in this one. By the way, this is my chronic walkers list. So we've got anyone who walks a lot for the season, I turn them red. And anyone who walks a lot for the last 30 days, I turn them red. So if you got 2 reds here, then you are a chronic walker. So Lance McCullers, he's injured, but he's a chronic walker. Who else do we got? Gavin Williams, Tyler Glasnow, Jack Kachanowicz, Sean Burke, Jack Leader. Jack Leader walked 3 yesterday, so he's definitely. Senga pitches today. So let's take a look at his because he's walking 7 guys a start in the last 30 days. Granted, it's a small sample size. Charlie Morton, Randy Vasquez pitches today too. Let's take a look at his walks. Walker Buehler pitches today, but he doesn't have 2 red. He's cutting his walks down, so I'm not going to look at him. We do need to look at Vasquez and Senga. And then at the bottom of the list, I have the non-chronic walkers. So anyone who has 2 blue are a non-walker. So Wheeler goes today. He's a non-walker. Joe Ryan, Imanaga, Lodolo, Lauer, Sonny Gray. Colton Gordon goes today. Let's take a So Colton Gordon goes against Sox. Let's take a look at Colton Gordon, where I project his walks against the Red Sox. Colton Gordon. Who names their kid Colton? Boston Red Sox. 1.8. Colton Gordon under 1.5 walks. I would like that. Look. Is he there? Sometimes they don't offer it. So look. Walks over under. Colton Gordon. There he is. Under 1.5, but it's minus 205. Nope, not gonna do that. Where's Wheeler? Wheeler, under 1.5 at 185. That might not be bad. Let's take a look. Let's see what I got Wheeler. So, guys, if this is boring you, I'm sorry, but this is exactly how I cap games. I'm just doing it out loud. But I pretty much spend 4 hours a day just doing this, bouncing the numbers around, seeing who does what. Wheeler, 1.2, under walks. Oh, I like that. The next thing I would do is say, okay, how has Wheeler done against the Tigers in his past? He's only walked one guy in 38 at-bats. Ooh. Next thing I look at is his game log. Has he walked a lot lately? 2 walks in his last start against the Yankees, and then 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. I think Wheeler under 1.5. I think this is a good bet, guys. Right there. This one. Good bet. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that in here and save it, because I might do that later. So, get back to, hang on. There we go. So we're back to the screen. So I'm going to unshare my screen here, and we're going to talk for a minute. Okay, is this interesting for you guys? I hope it is. I'm just showing you how I do my capping. My husband heard this and said they don't ever drive, they walk. What are you talking about? That's funny. Comment Vasquez, San Diego Padres. Numbers are horrible, but he keeps pitching well. Okay, we'll do the Padres game. Brewers minus 1.5. Oh, yeah. Could be a good one. Brewers are hitting the crap out of the ball right now. Let me, real quick, I know I'm not sharing my screen, but I'm going to check Randy Vasquez's walks too. Cardinals? I think the Cardinals walk quite a bit though. Okay, I got here. I'll share this with you guys. Randy Vasquez, I project him at 3 walks today. So if Randy Vasquez is a 1.5, might be good. Hey Danny, what's up? My twin, we look similar. Brewers minus 1.5. I couldn't argue with that. They're hitting the crap out of the ball right now. Like I just said, opinion on the Brewers. Yeah, they're hitting the crap out of the ball right now. So can't argue with that. You're on vacation in Mexico. Nice. You know, I cap Mexican baseball as well. I just won yesterday. Monterrey Sultans on the money line yesterday. I love Mexican baseball. It's great. The thing is, Mexican baseball, they play in the altitude. So you get like over unders 14.5 and stuff. Really crazy, but they're way up there in the altitude. So that was my info on Strider. You're welcome. Yes, thank you very much, Memphis. You turned me on to that, and when I went and checked it, yeah, he's definitely not so much a walker, but the fact that Cincinnati walks 4.5 times a game. Yeah. So you guys are asking me to do San Diego. What's your opinion on Philadelphia, Detroit, Wheeler, and Skubal? Okay, let's do Philadelphia, and then we'll do San Diego. How about that? You guys have any personal questions? I'll be happy to answer. Have you picked a game yet? What are you talking about? I'm giving you like 5 bets already. Are you serious? Yeah, stop complaining and let him cook. Who's complaining? Want a winner, not prop bets. Dude, you're kind of being ridiculous. Sorry. I've given you 5 free plays already and you're complaining. Okay. Sure thing. Blue Star, I'm going to ignore you for now. Sorry, dude, but you're kind of deserving it. Let me share the screen and we'll talk about the Detroit game and we'll talk about the San Diego game. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. Okay, so first thing I do is see who's pitching against who. Obviously, we got Wheeler and Skubal. So, going to eventually check how they do against each other. So, in comparison, we got Detroit against Philadelphia. We got Wheeler against Skubal. Let me take a moment here. Guys, go to the replay of this video and leave a comment and like it so WagerTalk won't cancel me. Because if I don't get any support from you guys, I won't be able to do this very much longer. So any support you guys give me would be great. Just leave a comment and leave me a like on the replay. I do have a 5% play up today. So go grab that as well. So breaking this down, we've got both teams hitting quite well. I got them both, one ranked 10 and one ranked 12. Bullpen, edge to the Tigers. Starting pitcher, slight edge to the Tigers. But overall, they're only 3 points apart, so I would not play a side on this one. I might play an under, but looking at the fact that both of them hit quite well, might stay away. Let's see how they do against the other team. So Skubal has a really good sample size against the Phillies, and he's held them down big time. A 133 average and a 326 OPS. That is domination. So he's dominating the Philly batters. Let's see how Wheeler has done against the Tiger batters. 38 sample size, that's good enough. A 105 average and a 233 OPS. So both of these pitchers have absolutely dominated the other team. So, given that fact, this high batting number doesn't bother me. I definitely would think about an under in this. But how do we do an under? Look. Let's take a look. Go. So I don't really like the bullpens. So if I were to do an under, I would think about first 5 innings. And looking here, we got both team totals over under 1.5. 1.5 in MLB is really low. And I don't really like the odds, so I'm probably not going to bet. But if you were going to bet, I think one of these would be the answer. And I think Philadelphia under would be the better bet of these two. Because Skubal has dominated them pretty well. They both dominated each other. But given the odds here, I think I like Philadelphia's team total under in the first 5 here. Or what I really like is the game total under, but 3.5 at minus 160. That's horrible. Maybe for plus money, take an under 2.5 and hope that one of them just allows 1 run and it's smooth sailing for the 5 innings. Maybe I would do that. Maybe. Yeah, I think that would be the bet to do for this game. Okay, and someone said they want to see San Diego. So let's do San Diego, and then I'll go back to your comments. Again, guys, I don't have a producer, so I can't read your comments while I'm doing this. But I'll get back to them in just a moment. We got the Cardinals and Padres. We've got Vasquez versus McGreevy. Sounds like a TV show from the 1960s, Leave It to Beaver, and Michael McGreevy. Andy Vasquez. Andy Vasquez gets a lot of slack, but he's not really that bad. But my numbers don't like him. Look at that. I got him rated 28 out of 30. That's bad. So his expected numbers are even worse than his surface number. McGreevy, a little bit below average. Bullpen, both bullpens really good. I got these both bullpens ranked top 5. And then the San Diego lineup ranked poorly. And the San Diego lineup ranked pretty high. I have the team difference only 4 points, so I would not bet San Diego on the side here, especially with Vasquez at minus 150. That's tough. If anything, my senses would point me to a Cardinals team total under, given the fact that this bullpen's so good. So let me see how Randy Vasquez does against these batters in his career. If he has good numbers, I can overlook the fact that I have him ranked so low. 231 average and a 632 OPS. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. If anything, I would do a Cardinals team total under in this game. So let's take a look at what their team total is and see if we can get a bet out of this. Team total 3.5, too low. If I could do Cardinals under 4.5, okay. I think this is a bet. I think this is a good one. Cardinals under 4.5 at minus 165. Little juicy. Just put a 2% play on that. But yeah, I think that's a good play. I don't see the Cardinals scoring more than that. I am going to unshare my screen. How you guys doing? Let me see your comments. McGreevy is a 70s private eye TV show. Yeah, it looks like it. Boone is the second worst manager in Major League Baseball. Dave Roberts is hands down the worst manager of all. Awful. Kansas City Blue Jays, I'll take a look maybe. Let's see, Danny, you parlayed my Lotte and LG for sweet plus money. Yes, that one. And actually, I watched the Lotte game while you all were sleeping, but it was in my time zone, 6 p.m. my time. It was like 2 a.m. your guys' time. But yeah, Lotte came back at the end in the 9th inning and won that one. I was pretty happy about that. Glad to win you some money, Danny. Thanks, Tokyo. Thank you, guys. No run first inning Detroit. Yeah, I'd consider that. Is there decent odds on that? Let me take a look. No, I'm not sharing the screen right now, but I'm checking first inning prop for that. Yeah, I kind of like that. No run first inning. First inning runs. Under 1.5 is minus 170. Yeah, minus 170. If you can stomach minus 170, yeah, might be a good bet. The Boone is awful. He's terrible. What's really terrible for the Yankees is their fielding. So bad. You can't win in the playoffs with that fielding. I mean, the Dodgers even said in the World Series last year, their plan was just to put balls in play and watch the Yankees drop the ball. So finally, Dave Roberts, the worst manager in baseball, had a good game plan because that won. Did you compare your stats between Crochet and Scooble? Yeah, I just showed you my list. Show you my starting pitchers list right here. I got Scooble ranked number 2 and Crochet ranked number 3. There you have it. My comparison. Let's see what other comments. There's not a good play. That's a pick. A pass. Yeah, sometimes passing on a game wins you money. So, smash Blue Star. What do you mean? Blue Star, you're kind of annoying me. But, dude, I appreciate you watching, but you can't just complain. I've given you like 7 plays for free, and you. Dodgers starting Snell. That line is too low. Think they're great value today. Better lineup. I actually, Danny, before you joined, I covered the Dodgers game. So go check the replay. No soup for you. Um, kind of like the Cardinals team total under, but here's another thing. I put some notes in my spreadsheet to remind me of things sometimes. And here's my notes. Wednesday game's over, Monday game's under. It's just kind of a note for me, but I guess I didn't write it here in my notes. But weekend games go over a lot because the bullpens are tired. A lot of the games are played in the afternoon, so it's hot. So hot games go over, and people get tired. So unshare my screen and get some more of your comments. Do not want prop bets. Okay, my show's not for you, bro. Because prop bets win the same amount of money as over unders and sides. So prop bets win the same. Have you picked a game yet? I've picked 8 of them, dude. Come on, seriously. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So, yeah, the first inning, no run first inning for the Philadelphia game looks good, but it's minus 170. Kind of tough to take that. Team needs a little kick in the ass. Boone just ain't the type to do it. You know what your team needs is if you're a Yankees fan, your team needs fielding, and they need Judge to come back. Actually, they're hitting quite well without Judge. I'm quite surprised how the Yankees. Still 7 plays from you today. Nice, so many options. Yeah, WagerTalk gets on my case a lot about putting too many plays out because there's so much to like. But I do have a 5% play today in baseball, and it's not a prop. And I have a 4% play in Major League today, which is also not a prop. So go grab those and go to the replay of this and leave a like and a comment. So WagerTalk knows that you like my show and they don't cancel me. The TB, the left side, in fact, even Jazz has been sucking. Yes. Yes, they have. And they added the guy from the Rays for base stealing. Should be good, okay, but you got to hit. You got to get on base to steal. And he didn't yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. I think he walked maybe, but he didn't get any hits. And the acquisitions they made in the bullpen acquisitions, they got one guy from the Rockies, one guy from the Pirates. They both stunk yesterday. So we'll see. McMahon was a great ad. Well, he's a decent ad. I think great would be a stretch. He's okay. If McMahon was added to the Braves, would you say he's great, or are you just saying that because it's the Yankees? You know, the Yankees get a lot of attention just because of their name and logo, but to be honest, they're a pretty mediocre team, honestly. Judge, probably the best pure hitter in the game, but their pitching not so good. Their bullpen okay, but their rotation is terrible, frankly. Who do you like in their rotation besides Fried? Nobody. How do you like their fielding? It's terrible. So they're a mediocre team at best, but they have the Yankees logo, so everyone likes them. 50% thumbs up. If you haven't liked the show, help him out by doing so. Yes, please. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. It's 1:54 a.m. in Japan. See what else we got. Miami is beating the Yankees today. Let me go over this game. Let me share my screen and we'll go over this game. So we have Miami against the Yankees, yeah? Miami's bullpen is really good, but see? Yeah. Pitching for the Yankees today. Like I said, the Yankees rotation, not very good. Who do they got? Schlittler? Come on, guys. If Schlittler was starting for the Royals, you wouldn't even know his name, but he plays for the Yankees, so DH. Where is Schlittler? There he is. And then we got Yuri Perez, right? So Schlittler hasn't pitched enough innings in the last 30 days, so he doesn't register. Yuri Perez, very solid pitcher. Miami's bullpen is also very solid, but their hitting is lacking, and the Yankees are hitting below average. So the Yankees have an average bullpen, a below average line, and a starter that nobody's ever heard of. So if you think that's great, good for you. I don't think it's great. Is this enough for Miami to win the game, though? Let's take a look at Perez's numbers against the Yankees and see. So aside from Fried, the Yankees have nobody in their rotation. He only has 7 at-bats against, so tough. Can't really get a good read on this one. He's given up 1, 2, 0, 1, 0. So Yuri Perez, solid pitcher. That bullpen is solid too. So if anything, I would look at a Yankees team total under for this one. Let's take a look at what that number is. If it's 4.5, which it probably is, because the books like the Yankees too for some odd reason, even though they're no better than the Kansas City Royals. Take a look. Oh, it's 3.5 plus 100. But the good thing about DraftKings is you can alt these team totals really easily. See, we got an under 4.5 at minus 175. Now, I don't think I would play that though, because it's a weekend, going to be hot. And despite Yuri Perez being a really good pitcher, balls do fly on the weekend. Let's take a look at what the Yankees team total is in the first 5 innings. It's 1.5. But to me, this would be a better bet. Yankees under 1.5 at plus 100 for the first 5 innings. To me, if you really want to bet this game, that would be the bet to do. I'm going to share my screen and see what you guys are commenting. I don't know if Miami's beating the Yankees, but I do like the Yankees team total under. Yankees scored 12 runs yesterday. Hey, congratulations, Yankees. Did they win? Does WagerTalk limit the amount of plays and 5% from cappers? Asking from future wannabe capper. I'm going to cough, so I'm going to mute for a second. Sorry about that. Because if they didn't limit the number of 5% plays, then every capper would have a 5% play every day, and they wouldn't be quite as valuable. Why do they limit the amount of plays? That I don't know. But I'm told many times that I'm betting too much of the bankroll. So there's something in gambling called risk of ruin. And what that is risk of ruin means how much you would bet before you lose all your money. And I think WagerTalk is protecting their customers' bankroll by not letting cappers bet too much of the bankroll in one day. Basically, to put it simply, I think that's what it is, which makes sense. As a big Yankees fan, I couldn't agree more. This team will be lucky to make the playoffs. Well, I think they'll make the playoffs because they have a decent cushion right now. But if this exact team was the Kansas City Royals, nobody would be talking about them. The only reason people talk about them is because it's Joe DiMaggio's team. So. And what about the over? No, I don't like the over because Miami's bullpen is really good and Yuri Perez is really good. So Perez should quiet the Yankees bats. Yes, which is why I would recommend a Yankees team total under in that game. You already covered the Rangers and Mariners. I got here late. No, I did not. Let's do that game right now, if you don't mind. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. I appreciate that very much. Very nice profile picture there, Thomas. You're in a suit. What are you, a lawyer or something? Look at you. Look at this guy. Looking very sharp there, Thomas. All right, let's do this game that you're asking for. Let's do it. Let me share the screen here. Rangers and Mariners. So check who's pitching. Mariners. Oh, it's an earlier game. Usually their game is the last one. We got Merrill Kelly, new acquisition for the Rangers, going against Luis Castillo. Kelly. Now, Kelly's a decent innings eater innings eater pitcher, but he's not very flashy, not great. Castillo, pretty much the same. See this little blue thing that shows up? That means he's a walking under. So that when I see that show up, the first thing I do is come to my walks tab and check. So Castillo against Texas. No, can't do his under in walks because I'm projecting him at 2.3. Okay, so how do these teams roll out? Well, I got them pretty much even, 1 point apart. Starting pitching, I have them both deadlocked. Bullpen, I have Seattle with a slight advantage. And then lineup, I have Texas with a slight advantage, but neither team is hitting very well at all. 2 good bullpens, 2 decent starting pitchers, and 2 poor lineups. I think the under in this game would be a play, but I don't like to do unders on the weekend. Let's see what the under number is for this game. Rangers Mariners 7.5. Nope. Not going to play that under. So unfortunately, this game would be a pass for me. Counting and consulting. Yes, I kind of figured that. You got your suit on. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you watching. Miami has something going. Mariners Rangers. I already did Mariners Rangers, Seth. See. Oh, it looks like we're about time to wrap up the show. We've gone just over an hour. I did my personal stuff, and I did all my capping and stuff. Last thing would be maybe to look at you're at risk of ruin every week. That's funny. Actually, whenever I go out to Arizona, I'm actually going out to Arizona September 14th. And I go to the Desert Diamond Casino up there on the 202 and Glendale, just south of Sun City. Yeah, I bet quite a bit out there when I go out. A lot more than I bet online. So yeah, that's called risk of ruin. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up the show today. It's 2 a.m. here in Japan. Hope you enjoyed looking at my Ohtani rookie cards. I'm going to get these all appraised when I go out there. This is Ohtani's Japanese BBM rookie card from 2013. And a lot of you liked my Ichiro rookie card. This is Ichiro's Japanese rookie card from 1993. Sweet BBM rookie card. Anyways, kind of like my Ohtani jersey card, but it's not his rookie card. So these are a bunch of Ohtani cards that I'm going to get appraised next time I go out there. These are his Japanese rookie cards, but these are his American Bowman rookie cards that I'm going to get appraised when I go out there. And one more thing to show you at the end of this show. Show you these. These are my appraised Honey rookie cards. And I have a couple of 10s in here, which are worth about, yeah, here's a 10. Worth about 250 at the moment. Here's another 10. Worth about 150 at the moment. All of these are the same card. They're just different grades. You can see I'll just bust it in the middle there. See, all the same card. Just different grades. So these are PSA graded. And then the ones I just showed you over there are not graded yet. But I'm going to take them out to Arizona and get them graded. They actually do have PSA here in Japan. This is my favorite Ohtani, American Ohtani card. I think this is my favorite Japanese one of his rookies. I bought this for about $50, but if I get it appraised, it could be worth about $300 if it's a 10. It's probably not a 10 though. It's probably a 9 or so, which means it's probably worth about $100 at the moment. You're in Yuma, Arizona? Awesome. I pass through Yuma when I drive to LA, of course. Everyone grab TB's plays. Yes, I have a 5% today. I have a 4% today, but you can use code TB7 and get a full week for $69. And sweet dreams, Tokyo. Thank you. I'm going to close the show out here, guys. You're betting the Rockies, Danz? How do I read that? Danzo. You are the guy who got arrested in Japan. I remember you. You're going to bet the Rockies? Wow, that takes a lot of testicular fortitude to bet the Rockies. Against Skeens, huh? Woo. Nice. Thanks, Tokyo. Thank you guys for checking in. We got, 500 people watching right now, but I'm going to close it out. What's this? If you send a card to the Dodgers clubhouse, they will sign it and return it if you include a self. I started doing that when I was 15, and I have thousands of signed cards now. Wow. Seth, that's really cool. Let's see. Who's my favorite Dodger player? Do you have Fernando Valenzuela, perhaps? Or do you have, who else played for the Dodgers? They probably won't get you an Ohtani. If you get an Ohtani, hell, I'll trade one of my cards for it. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Thomas, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can win you enough money to buy you a new suit. Although your suit there looks pretty good. Have a great rest of the weekend. You too, have a great weekend. And where was Danny? Vacationing in Mexico. I think I will have a Mexican play out again tomorrow. And I will have KBO in Japanese. Actually, I was going to go over KBO in Japanese baseball today, but we didn't have time. I got to get to bed, guys. It's 2 a.m. It's 2:07 in the morning here where I'm at. See what Seth says. No, actually, a lot are signed by the players. Not all, but a lot. I've had a lot of them graded. Awesome. That's cool. I'd like to know more about that. That's very interesting. Was I affected by the tsunami? No. I live on a mountain in Japan. Actually, I live, if you've heard of Yokohama and Tokyo, it's kind of like New Jersey and New York. I live between Yokohama and Tokyo. I'm about 40 minutes out of Tokyo. And no, I was not affected by the tsunami because I live on top of a mountain. I bought a house in Japan, and my house is on top of a mountain. So I'm not affected by any tsunamis, but I am affected by earthquakes. We just had one actually during the show, but it was just a little tremor, but we get those every day. So I'm kind of used to it. I'm going to close it out, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Get my 5% play and do me a huge favor. Comment and like the replay. Tell WagerTalk that you like my show, and I'll be doing more. I'll be back on Saturday with another solo show, but I will be back on Monday for Total Bases. You the man. Thanks for the show. No, you the man. Oh, you got a Japanese nickname, Mochi. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. One more question. Do you know Fuji makes cameras and apples? Okay, you're funny, dude. I know you spent some time here. You had the story about getting arrested here. That was funny. Thanks, TV. Have a great night. You guys have a great night. Comment and like the replay. I would seriously appreciate it. Grab my 5% play if you are so inclined, and I'll be back next Saturday. Take it easy, guys. Let's win some money.